what's the name of your band? I go, I don't have one. He goes, I just assumed. All right. I was like, huh? What?
What were you wearing?
And don't ever
Not to
ask a woman
victim
that. Don't ever.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to Cancel Your Plans.
I'm Mary.
I'm Kyle. We're back for another
We're back.
episode.
We're so happy to be back. Every day that we're back, we're like, we're back.
We're back. Every day I wake up, I go, we're back.
We're back.
We are so back.
We are so back. Anyways. Kyle, how was your week? What did you cancel on?
My week was good. What did I do this week? It was a pretty uneventful week, but this week I did cancel my plan to return some packages to Amazon.
So were you just not returning them?
Well, I'm gonna return them, but I wrote it down on my to-do list a bunch of times to do it, and for some reason, the idea of like getting out of the house to do it I know how I sound. It's incredibly lazy. It's like I'm already doing this lazy thing by ordering things on Amazon, but the idea of like standing in line at like Whole Foods or at FedEx with my little package of stuff that I didn't need in the first place and being like,
vulnerable.
I'm waiting my turn to return. It's just humiliating.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like a real piece of shit. So I was like, I just was feeling a little agoraphobic this week and didn't want to leave my apartment and was like, I just want to stay, and I'm looking at this box and I know I'd only be leaving the house to go and feel bad about standing in this line with my things.
Yeah,
And, also,
and they give you a large window to bring it
They
in.
do. They
It's
give
like
a large
month type
window.
something.
And also the closest sometimes the options they give you of where to return it to is not a place I want to go to.
I
So
know.
like the Whole Foods was like the closest one, and I don't want to go to that fucking Whole Foods.
I hear you, but Whole Foods makes it really easy.
Not the one in
We should be
West
sponsored.
Hollywood, not the one that's close to me, the one that's
The one in Silver Lake makes it really easy. There's like a line right when you walk in.
Yeah.
And it's usually this grumpy old lady, but she's really fast, which I love.
See-
She'll go, what do you do? Scan, you're good.
Love that, but then the Whole Foods one in West Hollywood, that parking lot is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, you're right. That's a
It's a whole thing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the line
yeah.
is always like a little too long. And because it's West
Yeah.
Hollywood, the line is full of like the worst people you've ever met in your goddamn life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I canceled my plans on this week. What about you?
Okay. I respect that. I had a good one and then I forgot. I know. I canceled my plans. I had a very busy week, and a friend last minute asked me to go to a concert with her because she had gotten free tickets, which was super cool. And I'm all about like getting free stuff and like utilizing that.
I'm all about getting free stuff.
I'm all about it, just so people know. But no, I like to utilize a free thing. Like if someone's offering something free, like I will take it despite whatever, even if I don't even like it. Anyways, so I was like, okay, and I do like this musician, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. But I texted her like an hour before the show and I went, still so down to go. I can only stay for 4 songs. And she was like, totally cool. I'm just happy you're coming. And I literally counted 4 songs, and after the 4th song, I left.
That's incredible.
It wasn't even halfway through. It was probably like a quarter or no, a third in.
Fun.
But I said, I texted her before. I said, look, I'm having a hard day. I'm tired. I can only stay for 4 songs.
Interesting. Do you think she felt some type of way about like, I would have asked someone who would stay for the whole thing?
Well, the nice thing, it actually worked out so well because she invited 2 of us. So it was 3 of us all together. The other girl came late. So we were
you
ships.
tagged in.
We literally tagged in and tagged out. We were a matter of like 15 minutes apart.
Love that.
She had to go to a dinner she couldn't get out of. I stayed for 4 songs, and then we were like, swoop, and she had a friend. Like it actually worked out so well.
Nice.
So technically, like it was a great cancellation because I was just kind of like, it just worked out in her favor.
Also, you told her. You weren't like, I got it. You didn't just.
And she accepted it. It wasn't like I told her, because if she had been like, yo, don't like come for 4 songs and leave, like that's rude, then I would have totally been like, okay, then give the ticket to somebody else.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, that's great. Stay for 4 songs. Get out of there.
Oh yeah. What'd you do when you got home?
I ate some of my leftover Thai food, not the spicy kind, the Thai, Sorry, in another episode, I talk about my spicy Thai. I ate some pad Thai in bed at like 11
Okay.
and watched a little episode of something and went to bed.
Do you have like a little bed tray?
I do.
Okay, just making sure.
It's like a wooden bamboo tray that
Good.
goes like this.
Because I worry
I
about
do eat a
you.
lot in bed.
I know that we can't stop it, but I just want to mitigate whatever spilling might happen, especially if you have a hot liquid.
Dude,
Or a
I've
hot
eaten like a
soup.
big bowl of soup in bed.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Soup feels like it's a little risky for
Risky?
me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if you have a tray, then it's cozy. But if you're
Yeah, I have a tray.
if you're slurping it straight out the bowl, you're just kind of and you're just propped up
Yeah.
only by like a body pillow.
It's risky. I had a friends visit me once who like own. They don't live in Los Angeles. They live somewhere else, and they own a home where they live. And they came and they saw my little studio apartment. They were like, "Oh, Mary, like this is so great." And then I heard them.
No.
I've never told anyone this. I heard the two of them, like they saw my little tray, my little like bed tray. I think it was like off to the side near my bed. And I think I heard them be like, "Well, what's that tray?" "Well, I don't know if she has anywhere else to eat. She probably eats on her bed." And they were like whispering about my bed tray. And they were like, "Well, I don't know if she can eat anywhere else. She probably eats on that bed tray."
She probably eats on the bed. So they were marching down the stairs and they were like,
I
shh,
think-
shh, shh, shh.
Yeah,
we
like
just, we just witnessed
they were
something.
ahead of me, and I don't
Yeah.
think they heard. They couldn't tell that I heard them, and they were like, "Oh, it's a really cute place." I don't think I think that bed tray was for her to eat in
Do you
bed.
think she eats in bed?
Because but I think they weren't like, "Oh, cute, she eats in bed." I think they're like, "I think that's the only place she can eat."
They were like, should we get her a table?
But I have a freaking table in my kitchen,
Yeah.
so I can eat
She
in my
chooses
kitchen.
to live like that. Thank you very much.
I chose that.
She chose that life for herself because she is what?
An independent woman.
Yep.
Anyways,
We have a great show for you
we have a
today.
great show ahead.
Katie Parker's here. We're gonna chit chat and giggle and
Quiz
goof,
her.
quiz her, fight her,
Fight her.
ask her how she feels about soup in bed. I don't know. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back. We love you.
We really love you.
Today, we are joined by an actor and comedian. You know her from her podcast, Town Gossip, and you've seen her on TikTok, and you've seen her performing live with the gang of psychopaths known as Best Actress. Please welcome the very funny KB Parker.
Hi.
Yay.
Hello.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I feel like your energy is exactly the kind of like Sunday morning vibe that I want.
Yeah.
Easter vibes.
Easter.
I'm
You're
always
giving
bringing that.
Easter. You're
Mhm.
giving Easter bunny vibes.
Yep. I'm always hopping.
You came in pockets filled with eggs.
Yes, real hard boiled, which I thought was good.
That was good. Good smell.
Which I thought was
Good
nice.
smell.
Yeah.
I gave Kyle 2 Cadbury eggs that
Oh.
I just had in my pocket the other day, and he
Yeah.
ate them.
Loose from her pocket, she went, look at this. And I went, without even thinking, tossed them in my mouth.
One
and
of
I said,
mine?
Loose candies.
Loose as in not wrapped in their foil
Not
even?
wrapped in anything.
Oopsies.
Hand
Oopsies.
chocolate. And mind you,
So you unwrapped them? Or they were just, they were of
we
the
got
variety.
a big bag in my office
yeah,
of
yeah.
Cadbury's, and I got a freaking handful and
Yeah.
put them in my pocket, and forgetting that like chocolate melts.
And then I tanned for an hour on the beach.
I laid out in the sun. No, but I was going right to Kyle, so I
Yeah.
thought, oh, this, and it was a cold day. I said,
Yes.
these won't melt or get weird. And I ate most of them, and then I had 2, and I was so excited. And then I realized, like, as I was walking up the stairs to his apartment, that I had like 2 loose chocolates.
And
I
you
was
said,
unfazed.
no worries to me.
He goes,
I didn't even let her cross the threshold of my apartment before
Stop,
I plugged them in my
hand,
mouth.
now.
Truly, they
It's
they
good
went
you
right in.
saved 2. I think 1 would have been sort of like
yeah, a slap in the face.
a little bit of a slap in the face. 3 would have been ideal, but you can only do
Considering
what you
how
can
many
do.
I had just put in my mouth.
You can't show up with just 1. I think
Yeah.
2 is right. I'm not the biggest chocolate gal, and I did buy.
That's vulnerable for you
Thank
to say
you.
here.
I did buy some chocolate covered almonds, and unfortunately, I find them to be too thickly covered in chocolate.
That's, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
Crazy stuff, what you're saying.
Bite them, spit out half the
You're
chocolate,
sick.
and then I think then half the chocolate gone. That is the right proportion.
Have you
for
tried
me.
the dusted ones? They're
That's probably
dusted
better for
with,
me.
like cocoa powder.
That's probably better. In general, I don't know that I need to be ordering them if I'm doing something weird like that. You
Now,
know?
well, are
yeah,
you
I agree.
are
Yeah.
you saving the half that you spit
Yeah,
out?
I'm putting them back in. So now I think what's going to happen. This is the first time I've done it, so we're going to see. It's kind of an experiment.
Yeah.
We're going to see. Once I'm done with all the almonds, I'm going to have shells of thick chocolate left, and I think I'll go through those. That'll be its own separate sort of experiment.
I think that's
Oh.
responsible.
They're going to get eaten. I'm not wasting any of that. It's just going to have to be its own little journey.
Yeah, you're on a journey here.
I'm on a real journey from the Trader Joe's dark chocolate covered
Wow,
almonds.
so I already feel like I know what you do when you're alone.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You
there's some
experiment.
chipmunking, there's some sort of storing stuff over here in this cheek. There's a lot of different I guess I'm just like, I'm okay being specific about the things I need to be specific on.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to eat a heavily chocolated almond.
Well, you don't need to.
I need the
who's holding a
proportions
gun
right.
to your head saying, eat this?
No one is. I live alone.
Yep.
I live alone and I'll
So
act
do
like
we.
it. Yeah. I'm gonna
We
act like it.
love alone behavior.
Yeah, I really spread out to I like to kind of let myself be as messy as I want and then one day solve it all. Like I just have my own scenarios.
You're creating the problem and then solving it yourself.
That's the thing.
Now, when you really roll up your sleeves and say, I'm going to fix all these
Yeah.
problems, what's your method? Are you a to-do list girly?
Well, I'm a Pomodoro girly. Are you in? Are you in? Are you in?
Whoa.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Oh, no.
Go on.
the Pomodoro method is
Yeah.
Kyle and I are like really getting a method.
You're
a
really
method.
hitting us where we live. Okay.
Pomodoro method is 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So I have pomofocus.io is the website, but you can do any timer. You can just do your own little timers. 25 minutes, you say what task I'm doing. So it'll be like, cleaning. 25 minutes, timer starts. You cannot do anything else for 25 minutes but that. At the end of 25 minutes, ding-a-ling-ling, you must take a 5-minute break. Even if you're in the zone.
Whoa.
Even if you're in the zone, even if you're like, oh, I'm good, I got it, you must take a 5-minute break on your phone, sit, whatever, get a coffee, then back into whatever else. And it just trains your brain to be like, I can now go 25 minutes on one thing.
Yeah.
And then I should take the break so that the breaks don't turn into an hour because I went too hard.
Wow. Is it good
Whoa.
for people with like ADD?
It
and
is.
stuff?
It
Yeah.
is. I don't have ADD, but it's touted as like natural Adderall. Just get your brain timed out.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow, we
You're
gotta investigate
blowing
that.
my
Yeah.
goddamn mind.
It is really good for me because I am like 25 minutes is kind of all I want to do of one thing at any given time.
Yeah.
So 25 minutes of cleaning, I can get a lot done now in that 25 minutes as opposed to 10 minutes then go on my phone, 10 minutes then go on my phone. Then I'm sick of it.
Now, when it
Mhm.
comes to socializing, do you have a similar approach where you're like, I'm going to get little bits and pieces like for 25 minutes with person to person? Or are you like, let's get in there and let's dig in for like hours?
I get in because I'm like, I don't like to like be the last one in, first one out. I'm not like a pop in and see someone type person. I'm a like,
Oh.
I'm here early, I'm pre-gaming and I'm staying until we're done. Like I'm like, I like to stick
like
around.
to see it through.
I see it through and I'm like, if I made a plan, you're my plan for the day. Ideally.
Interesting.
So I like to be like, I'll come over early, I'll bring some dinner, then we'll go to this. And then like I'm like, you're my plan. So I like to stamina on that one. I like to social stamina, I think. And then I have just spent the last 6 months in New York, which is not usually where I live. I live here in LA. And I think I've had to be very proactive about, making friends because I'm like new there.
Yeah.
So I've had to be pretty like, thank you so much for hanging out. Like, what are you doing now? Like, let's put something in the cal. And so I've had to be
dating.
pretty,
We say it's like
Yes.
friendship dating. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had to be pretty proactive and be like, okay, I'm gonna go to this party that in LA, I'd be like, I don't know them well enough to show up to this. And I'm gonna be like, I
Yeah.
know only this one person and I'm just gonna see if I can make another friend while I'm there.
Totally.
Which
Were you
is-
there for work?
Yeah, kind of. I
Sometimes
just
that helps you.
Yeah,
meet people
my
through work.
podcast was filming over there, so I got to like invite other comedians on every week, which was great.
That's
to be
great.
like, hey, now are
What
we
are you doing
buds?
after
yeah,
this?
yeah, just doing my own little speed dating with them as guests.
Yeah.
That's honestly kind of what we do here.
Yeah, it's like,
It
oh,
is.
I've just wanted to hang out with you anyway.
We're
Great.
vetting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. I think I'm killing it.
You are.
Thank you so much. But yeah, just trying to be proactive and just be like, because usually I feel like in LA, if somebody invited me and I only know one person, I'm not. It's stressful. I'm like, I don't know. I'd have to like
Interesting.
figure out if I wanted to go to that. But
Okay.
in New York, I'm like, that's good enough. I'll get there and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
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 You're leaving for like the full day when you step
Yeah.
out of your
Oh,
apartment.
yeah,
my
so
New
it's
York,
God,
like,
yes. Oh my God, yeah.
we're gonna hit. If I'm leaving the house,
Yeah.
we're hitting everything.
We're
Totally.
doing a full day.
Totally. And you're like, oh, I'm in the neighborhood of this person. Maybe I'll try and like lump in a bunch of neighborhood things I've been trying to see or blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Are you from Mass too?
I'm Connecticut, Hartford.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yes.
But I was Emerson, Boston.
Oh god.
You went to
Area.
Emerson?
Mhm.
Oh
Okay.
nice. I threw up all up and down Tremont.
I know. I know that.
You just looked at it.
Everyone talked about it.
Oh, yeah, actually talked about that.
Oh, I've heard things about you.
Oh, don't think I'm not going to bring it up.
Trust and believe. We saw what you did to that statue.
Mother Goose's grave. I saw what you did.
We saw you trying to kiss that guy in the keyboard in the bear costume with the keyboard.
Absolutely.
Keyboard bear.
No, I have no idea any of these references.
It's sweet over there.
So many
It's sweet over
people went to Emerson out here. I have a lot of
Yes.
friends that went there.
Yeah, I think in like making my choice because I after college stayed around Connecticut and taught middle school.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother can of
Damn.
Totally
worms.
taught middle school for like 3 years, 4 years.
Jesus.
Wow.
And then when I would visit here, I would see so many of my college friends just like acting their age and being normal, and I was feeling like I was 60 because I was like, I have the weight of the world on my shoulder and 300 at-risk 10-year-olds crawling around that I can't help. And then I
Wow.
said, you know what the best thing for these kids is? I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna
Yep.
quit and move to LA and follow my dreams.
God, so many teachers have said that.
I
It's
know.
so real.
And it was it was like I think 80% quit within the first 5 years.
yeah,
Jesus. And that's told to you as I was like getting my license. It was like, don't be part of the statistic, like you can do it. And I was like,
It's
I'm out.
nightmarish.
I'm out.
My
I
mom was a
cannot.
middle school teacher for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And even like towards the end of her career,
Yeah.
I was just seeing like the evolution of like what she was dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Oh,
classroom
yeah, yeah.
specifically, it was just
Mhm.
like, oh, things are deteriorating. And this was like
Totally.
maybe like,
And
like
things have
2014.
only got-
Oh, this
and I
was
was like,
pre-COVID. I mean, it's even
pre-COVID.
worse.
profoundly worse. Yeah,
It's-
teachers are saying it's like a real
Yep.
problem.
Yeah, my friends that are teachers you are now no longer teaching. You are expected to just keep them physically safe until they get picked up. Like that's all you can do. That is all you can do is like when they show up, just try and get them alive until 4
From
p.m.
start to finish.
Mhm.
get them alive.
Get them living.
Some of them show up not alive, and you gotta resuscitate them.
Yeah.
No,
It is
Jesus.
really like all state requirements are out the window. It is just if you are able to teach them one thing per class period, great.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. And I felt that even pre-COVID, but it's apparently just so much worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, pre-COVID, I would just be like, cool. I got them to do, in a 90-minute period, I got them to do one tableau. And I said, that's awesome.
That's huge. That's
yeah.
incredible.
And they're going to use that.
They are.
And they're doing tableaus.
One tableau.
They're going to be doing those tableaus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, and that was theater
That's so
teacher where it's like,
sweet.
I don't need to, they're not doing CAPT testing on this after.
No.
But then some of the teachers, I'm like, God bless.
Yeah.
God bless. I don't know.
love that you canceled your plan to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I canceled my plan and I did it in the middle of the year because I was like,
In the middle
I'm
of the
so
year?
I will quit a job in the middle of the fucking
sorry.
day.
And they make you feel really bad about it, which is fair.
Yeah.
But they got the guy that replaced me, I was like, you should be doing this.
Okay,
Oh my God.
he was a
like,
good egg.
at least a decade older and just like happy guy theater teacher. And I was like,
Aw.
get on in. Jaded
Yeah.
21-year-old girl teacher. It was not
Yeah.
working. So get
And then
on
did
in.
you move out here right after?
Right after, yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
moved right on out.
And started doing comedy and all
Yeah,
of
yeah. Got a job at Museum of Ice Cream.
it? If you remember
Ooh,
that.
yes.
Was the closest I've ever been to a cult. Was really, really exciting
Really?
stuff. Yeah, they take away your name.
Oh.
Like on Flavor of Love?
Yes, I was Buck Wild. That's where you recognize me from.
Oh my God.
I was Buck
Wow,
Wild.
it is time to get Buck Wild.
I was Buck Wild.
were you like
they-
mint chip or something?
Well, they take away your name and you have to get an ice cream name. And so it would be like Mint Chip Michael. But then the issue is like with
Wait,
a
they
K.
tack on a human name to the end of it?
What's your name?
Oh,
I
got
wouldn't be Mint Chip Michael.
it. Got it. Okay.
I was Peppermint Parker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
And it was
Parker. I like that for
that's
you.
nice because a lot of the K names got taken because it's a popular letter for a name. So you know,
But what kind of ice cream is?
you could be like
It doesn't have to like
um,
rime with.
It should rhyme. It
Or
should be an alliteration.
alliteration?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd be like Jelly Bean Joshua.
Mhm.
Okay. Some of the K's were like
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Krispy
Kreme.
Kreme. Krispy
No.
Kreme.
So they took your identity and
They
then
took
you're
my
now.
identity. You can only wear one color, a dusty pink, and it's the hex code. And they'll
You almost
check.
said Dusty Rose. And I don't want you to be ashamed of, because we are
Dusty
big fans of Dusty Rose over here.
It's Dusty Rose. And it's the hex code, and you have to wear it head to toe that dusty pink.
Do they
Um,
provide that?
They provide 1 or 2 items, and would I
Okay, 'cause
call them flattering? No, I wouldn't. And they would always buy you. And listen, maybe this is my conspiracy theory. They would buy you a size under because they wanted you to lose weight. I
Oh, this
swear
is a
to
cult.
God.
This is a cult.
There was everything. You could only wear one color, and then they take away your name. and then they want you to
And they said tighten
lose
it up.
weight, and they make
Yep.
you insecure.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is a cult.
Wow.
I think there's
How
a
long
lot of
did
cult
you
thing.
work there?
It only was. I was there from the beginning. I painted the bananas, so I was there from the
Whoa,
painting,
you
and then
painted
to
the
the end, I
bananas.
took it all down. So it was 8 months, 10 months. I took it all down. I burned.
You burned
the
it
place
down.
I burned the place down.
You painted the bananas
Yeah.
and then you
Wow.
burnt them down.
Yeah.
Those like pop-up things are so fascinating
They're
to me.
fascinating.
Wait, it's no longer a thing, right?
Not in here. I
But
think
in
there's
New
one in
York, it's-
Austin and New York. Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the TikTok world of people diving into the sprinkles and realizing how
Getting
shallow
paralyzed. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a real corner of the internet. And it's like me when I dove into the sprinkles and I got really hurt. And it's like showing the same people. It's like,
It says no diving. And listen.
and it was transparent.
As we know, the kids can't read anymore, so
Oh no. It says no diving. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's you see a pool, you're gonna want to
You're gonna wanna dive.
You want to make a splash.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like, I feel like this is something that we bump into a lot too, where like in the comedy world, like you'll meet people that you vibe with and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's do something. And it's so
Yeah.
easy to kind of slip into like, let's make stuff together all the time. But like outside
Uh-huh.
of just like meeting people and like collaborating with them on things, like how quick was it something that came naturally to you to just be like, well, no, let's like build a real friendship here? Or was that something that you had to find?
I'm actually kind of not good at collaborating, so I often don't go there first.
Oh, cool.
I'm usually like, oh yay, we're both just funny, so we'll just be friends. And then
Yeah.
I think in like doing TikTok stuff, it is definitely like people want to collaborate, but I just like in my video, I've just never have. I just don't do videos with like other people, just because it's like creativity hits me at like certain times of day. I just can't
You
like
can't time it
I
with
don't
other
know.
people.
Yeah, not to
Yeah.
sound like so annoying about it, but
No,
I am
know
kind of
exactly
just like
what you mean.
I don't want to meet up and then just like whiteboard out some 60-second. It's just I'm not ready. I don't know. I have
not
to wake
your
up
style.
and feel ready to make.
Yeah, it's
make
not your
something.
style.
Yeah, but I know that people. I mean, I love watching anything, and I am
Collabs.
like, yeah, I love watching.
But you also
Other
have a
people be
group,
funny.
though.
I have a group. Yes, those. It was like we can't help because we have the same sense of humor. We
Yeah.
gotta take the show on the road. So
Uh-huh.
that was-
And
those
you do
two-
more like live
we do live
performances?
performance with them, yeah.
Yeah.
And we like write shorts and like bigger things. But like mostly it's like clown adjacent,
Yeah.
bit sketch, improv-y things. And that group's called Best Actress, and they're my two best friends.
When you're not performing, like what as a unit, what do you do for fun? Like,
Ooh.
are you
Yep,
like,
yep, yep.
oh, we
Yeah,
love
the three of you.
roller coaster?
Ooh. We're not so much like movie folk. I know there's a lot of cinephiles in this town. We don't go to the movies a lot. I was like thinking of that the other day. I'm like, oh, we don't like sit and watch movies. Usually it's like
I'm
if
the
we're
same way.
Yeah. We're
I
not
wanna
that
sit
A bunch
type.
of Gen Z coworkers
I'm
like
hanging out with a friend of mine.
convinced me to join A-List, like
Yeah.
AMC A-List.
Yeah.
I canceled after a month
It's not my thing.
because I it's an incredible deal.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
makes
that's
total
what I'm
sense,
hearing.
but I don't want to get up and go to a movie
Yeah.
theater twice a week.
Totally. Yeah, that's another one where I'm like, if the mood doesn't strike me, I can't do it. And I can't
Nope.
make a plan for a few days from now. Who knows what mood I'll be in for a
Yes.
movie? And it is it's like a 5-hour experience
Easily.
going to the movies. I like it, and I like it being a treat. I guess that's my thing.
Yeah.
I like the movies is a treat. And AMC, I'm like, you guys are slamming it too hard.
you're missing the
missing the
experience.
magic.
I agree.
Yeah, so we're not so much what do? We'll go shop and we'll just find a Caesar salad and
Oh yeah.
you know.
you'll
I
find
love a big salad.
Caesar salad.
Are you prone to like overstimulation in like busy places?
It is really almost only grocery stores. I don't know. There's
I'm the
just
same.
something
I
there.
don't love grocery stores. I get
The
a lot of
fluorescence
anxiety.
and I'm always in the
Yeah.
way. And I would prefer to always, of course, be shopping at Trader Joe's because they're the cheapest and I like
but
what they
that's
do.
it's eat or be eaten.
I mean, the aisle is
No, they want
1
you
foot.
dead.
1 foot across. They want me dead.
Yeah.
I can't look at anything because there's 5 carts behind me. It is true.
And
I'm
people
like
are angry
stressed.
too.
Yeah.
They're, the vibe is
Yeah.
bad.
The narrative that like Trader Joe's is kind of a horny place, or that
I
like
think it's gone.
I don't think
down.
it's not.
It's changed.
I think
a
people
lot.
want to kill you there. I think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very like
Yeah.
the energy maybe once upon a
the
time was like
cashiers are horny. That's what they're horny.
they're like
But
flirtatious, they're fun, but like everything feels
know,
very high stakes there.
Yeah.
And I don't like to
and
be
the
there.
parking.
The script for the horniness has changed too. Last week, the one I got, because you expect some sort of compliment. And you're like, I'm gonna have to roll with something, whatever they say
you're
to me.
waiting for it.
But last week I was, they gotta re-up the flirting handbook, I'd say, because I checked it. I had 2 items. I was like, let's go. And dark chocolate covered almonds was one of them.
Okay.
I check out and he's like, whoa, what's the big plan? I was like, just, going back and getting dinner going, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, so what's the name of your band? I go, what? He goes, what's the name of your band? I go, I don't have one. He goes, I just assumed. All right. I was like, huh? What? Huh? That's not in the handbook.
That is
What?
so funny.
Was he trying to start a band with you?
I don't know. I had
He
a
just
shirt.
looked at you and he went, she's in a band.
What's the if he had said, "Are you in a band?" I would have been like, "Cool," but what's the name of your band? I'm so sure that you have a band. I just want to know the name.
What were you wearing?
And don't ever
Not to
ask a woman
victim
that.
blame.
Don't ever. But honestly, it is relevant.
I'm sorry, what the fuck were you wearing?
You were dressed. You were in
I had
full
a full
Kiss.
glam bodysuit with a microphone in my hand.
Face
Why?
paint.
Why?
Gene Simmons outfit.
So did I deserve it?
Lightning bolt.
So why?
Yeah.
And what
Bitch,
if
what were you wearing?
I had Benson Boone's jumpsuit and I was doing a flip?
Benson Boone.
I was wearing just like a little t-shirt with a chicken with a guitar. So like,
Oh, he saw the
fine.
guitar?
That
I
must
was
be your
like-
band logo.
I know. I'm like,
Cheap.
oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't wear. I have a Navy shirt. Do you think I'm fighting in the Navy? I don't know. I just was like,
Interesting.
he was so positive, and I had just gotten the shag haircut. This is new, and so I was like,
I love
oh
it.
God, you get one shag haircut. Now everyone thinks I'm in a band.
Everyone thinks you're Joan
What's the
fucking
name
Jett.
of your
What's the
band,
name of your
baby?
band? I said, oh my God. oh my God. Let me go.
Did you like, hey, I actually don't have a band?
Well, I like was sure I didn't hear him right. He goes, "What's the name of your band?" I go, "Oh, I don't know." Good, because I was like, "Huh?" I didn't. And then he's like, "What's the name of your band?" And I'm like, "I don't have one." He goes, "I just assumed." I was like, "Oh my God, the handbook can't call that." Usually, the flirt is like chocolate covered almonds, like. That's
Fun
gonna
night.
be decadent, a sweet
Yeah.
for the sweets.
Wow,
I'm like,
you've
no
got
worries.
good taste.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, I was thrown.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thrown. He was wearing also like rose-colored glass. I think he has a. He wanted to talk about his band, perhaps, but I didn't take the bait. I didn't take the
Rose-colored
bait.
glasses, the kind with the heart?
No, just like the glasses, but the
Yeah.
glass part is pink.
Yeah.
So he had his own thing.
He wanted to
going on.
challenge you to a battle of the bands. With
He
his
said
band.
because we're looking for
Where are
a
you
drummer.
playing?
Yeah, I don't know. I really was like,
Incredible.
there's no way.
He's like, hey, by any, would you happen to know a chicken that plays guitar? Because I'm looking for a chicken that plays guitar.
Who is that?
Who's that guy?
Who is that guy?
Apparently, there is a chicken going around LA that's wearing jeans.
I've seen the video.
He's on top of a car, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But he's in LA, right?
I don't know. I thought it was Atlanta or
I have
something.
no
I think it's
idea.
LA because a friend posted it. Like,
Okay.
she saw the chicken.
Oh, incredible.
I'm just trying to see that chicken.
Yeah, no, I'd like
So if
to see
anyone
that.
knows where it is,
I'd like to see that. Take a
Comment
closer look
below.
at that. I'd like to take a closer look.
I do think that us as a society have stepped away from like animal actors being used in things, but I do think that has caused a decrease in animals in silly little outfits.
Of course.
Which I think is
Uh-huh.
making me really sad.
yeah.
I will say, if I'm anti one thing, I'm anti monkeys in little outfits.
Mm.
I think they
Wow.
are scary. Let them be monkeys.
Because they look too
They
human-like.
look too human.
Yeah, a little
And I don't
guy.
like the way people treat them.
But you're okay
I
with
think they're weird.
chickens in jeans.
I don't think they have enough mental brain power to know that they shouldn't be in jeans. That's fine.
Good
Have you
point.
seen
Good
that
Monkeys
video?
know they shouldn't be in a little
They know.
American
Outfit.
Doll
Even,
outfit.
even if they're going like this,
Yeah.
and that's
Even
scarier.
scarier. Okay, so you seem very specific, which I love.
Yes.
We love when we have like a specific guest.
Mhm.
So what, do you flake a lot? Do you...
I don't think I flake a lot. Because when I know a plan is coming up, I've cleared like my mental status to prep for that, and I'm like, that's what's up. I'm good for it.
Okay.
I flaked last night.
Yes, tell
I
us.
flaked last night, and that is a little rare for me because the plan was set, but the plan was go out and go dancing,
Tough.
and it requires a lot.
That does.
That requires a lot.
and it's
and I knew I had this. Yeah,
capacity.
and physical capacity. I truly was like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm tired, didn't sleep well, which I'm not also like, I can rally. But it just felt like, didn't sleep well and had to be here, shining at my best.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I don't know that going out dancing could be right for me. But I got all dressed. I got my Metro Micro scheduled. Yes, the Metro Micro.
What?
I'm ready to spread the word. You know the Metro Micro?
No.
Guys, Metro Micro and Pomodoro Method are really going to change things for you.
my
No, Metro
God.
Micro is just a city-owned van that comes and gets you for $2. So I went,
What?
oh yeah.
What?
Uh-huh. Don't spend your time parking. Get on that Metro Micro. It
Sorry.
only does big chunks of like areas. So it's like, but the Glendale area pocket is humongous. So I went from my spot in Glassell Park to the Americana at Brand for $2. Van picked me up.
Metro
drops
Micro.
Are you in
Metro
the
Micro.
van with other people?
Yeah, so I was in the van with a 19-year-old that was drinking pre-workout and gagging every single time he drank it. He drank it, he'd go, sip, 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 each time, and I'm right next to him.
But you're paying $2. I mean, you
$2.
asked for that.
Yeah. And the driver of the van goes, is that pre-workout? Playing right into it. He's got him right where he wants it. He goes, yeah, I'm going to the gym right now. I mean, the whole rest of the 20 minutes, the boys are gymming out. And I said, I'm not going to be excluded. I said, whoa! I would add in, I go, wow! Because he was like, yeah, the pre-workout is 400 milligrams of caffeine. I went, whoa! That's a lot. That's 2 Celsiuses.
That's a lot. Big boy. You're a big, strong boy.
Hey!
That's 2
That's 2
Celsius?
Celsiuses.
Hey, can you lift me? Whoa.
Could a big strong boy do this? I'm just trying to get in the convo. I can't do the whole 20 minutes not saying anything, so I have to get in. I said, oh my God, that's 2 Celsiuses. And he goes, what's your caffeine of choice? I said, yerba mate.
Wait, can I ask you something?
yeah.
If there's like someone that you know you can really pull into a conversation, are you someone who's just like, I know that I actively dislike this person, but I want to know more?
Absolutely.
Are you fascinated by that?
Yeah, I think like poking and socializing is fun. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll get to there's gonna be some little fun
Yeah, it's
sound bite.
funny. So wait, did you end up going dancing?
Didn't go dancing. Canceled the plan. I was fully dressed up. I ordered my Metro Micro, was running to get it, and I go, I cannot do it. I simply cannot do
it. Was
it.
a game time
Makeup was done, outfit was on, hand on the handle of my door, and I go, I just can't.
Whoa.
I just can't.
This is getting what Runaway Bride.
Yes,
But
I ran away
also-
from my plan.
There's this like I've been here for too long, so now I start going, ooh, everything's. There is something avoided you last night that you were not supposed to be a part of, and
I like that.
you would have got into that Metro Micro, and it would have exploded.
Yes.
It was like something you fully went. You went,
Yeah.
not
No.
for me.
Yeah,
you said
no,
dark sided.
It was almost
It was
like
something
what's
pulled
called
me
Final
back.
Destination.
Yeah. There was something that pulled me back. And what was I going to say? Oh, I just was like, I sent the bail text. I was like, it's just simply not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Can't make it happen.
Was your friend like, what the fuck? You put on the clothes, you put the makeup on, you didn't open the door?
No, my friends, luckily, we have a very much do what's best for you policy.
Great.
Like, truly,
Great.
we just are always going to be like,
That's important.
you're going to show up to what you can. And like,
Uh-huh.
do what's best for you. Because I asked, I was like, do I have a bail pass? Because I could feel it coming a few hours before.
Yeah.
It's like, do I have a bail pass? And they were like, you have one. We'd like to see you tonight, but you have one. I said, okay. And then when I was like, guys, I just am tired. I don't know. I have to be like good for the podcast and blah, blah, blah. They were like, great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am very anti someone showing up and being in a bad mood. I think that's one of the worst things you can do.
100%.
And I'm not saying I would have done that. I would have rallied and had a good mood. I would have been a
100%.
sparkling personality. But there was a friend in high school that she would get picked up and be in a
This is really tough.
foul mood.
Sighing as they open the door.
Truly, she'd be like, let's go. I'm like, don't show up.
don't
come.
come.
Do not come. Do not come. So that to me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you have to weigh that out where it is like, sometimes if I'm not in the mood to do something and I'm showing up to it, I might as well have not showed up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not at my best. They want me to be the best version of myself, and they'll be happy to have any version of me because they're my good buddies. But it is like, I hate a person that shows up to a plan just because they made it and then they're in a bad little mood.
So true.
Especially when it's a group. If it's a one-on-one, I'm like, oh my God, come and vent, be in a bad mood. I don't care.
Sure.
Please, we can vent all day.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're in a dancing and then I'm over there like,
Dare I say-
I'm yawning, you wouldn't want me.
When people do that, I think they almost want attention. You're right. I think that they're like, oh, I'm going to be pouty, and everyone's going to surround me and go, what's wrong, you little baby? And it's like, I don't think adults can be grumpy in public. Be grumpy in the comfort of your home.
100%.
Text your friends, hey, I'm not in a good way this week. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Totally.
But if you're out and about being a grumpy adult,
In a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
people do it a lot
humiliating.
on group trips, bachelorettes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They-
into
but
it.
and I can barely fault them because multi-days with people that you don't want to be with, God, it's gonna send you to
so much
your
money.
limit, and spending so much money on shit that you're like, huh?
Yeah.
But that's why I think you need a friend group. If your friend group is making you feel bad and like you have to just show up,
Maybe
just
evaluate
don't.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, my friend's bachelorette, she was like, and we'll do white water rafting the first day. I said, I'm gonna skip that one. You're not gonna want me there. I said, I'll be at the house. I'll clean up and I'll come back with you guys.
clean
I got
up.
sandwiches, and they all came back, and I said, sandwiches.
And let me tell you
happy?
something.
I don't want to be there.
I'm not marrying you, so I don't have to.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I can't swim. I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think luckily God blessed me with no FOMO. I don't have FOMO. It's
Yeah.
not within me.
I don't really either. I used to. I don't anymore.
You know, like
I'm
sometime-
recovering.
Yeah. I think when you're young, people really want you to have FOMO, like in high school
Yeah.
and stuff. They were really pushing it on me, and I was like, every choice I've made, I think, was the right one.
Yeah.
in going
Fuck
to or
yeah.
not going to a plan.
Mhm.
I've just, and even when it's like the most fun pictures in the world, I'm like, but you guys didn't see what I did.
Yeah.
I was
bed.
at home playing a little Overwatch,
Yeah.
and it was quite good. I don't know. I'm just like, I won't FOMO out, and so if your friend group is just making you be like, you have to be there or else you're gonna miss, you're just gonna have to set
Yeah.
the boundary kind of early. Yeah, but bachelorette trips, they'll push you on that because you do have to do a certain amount of the bride. The bride
Activities.
does want you to do.
Yeah.
You gotta show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
is fine.
friend who becomes like catatonic if she sees a photo booth that she's not in.
That's so interesting.
And I'm not going to name her because I talk about her a lot, but you can assume who she is.
Okay.
And she gets like very upset if you photo booth without her.
That is really
and if you go to her house, to her credit, she has a whole wall of photo booths.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
she like hoards them,
Uh-huh.
and it's really cool looking. Like
Yeah.
photo booth, like it takes up the whole wall, and it's beautiful. It's like an
cool,
art
girl.
piece.
Yeah.
And I
It's like a
agree.
Dorian
photo
Gray
booths
situation.
are so fucking fun.
Uh-huh.
Like
Absolutely.
and they also like are the most flattering photos.
was just
of you
gonna say.
sometimes. They're like frosted and black and white.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
But we will have moments where like, oh my, we're having a great time. Fuck, that photo booth, we can't go in there because so and so is not here.
Wait, she's not even there?
No, if she's there, of course oh my God. God
If
forbid
she's
she's there
there-
and we take a photo booth without telling her we're going in the photo booth.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really
But,
bad.
like, but okay, so she's not even part of the night.
She could just do her
But if
own,
she,
don't you
Yeah.
think?
no, but if
Or, like,
she's
take a
Being
second
all
one.
of them?
but if she
There's no limit.
if she's working instead of coming out that night,
You
because she's
can't
always
photo booth?
invited, but she's aware of the plan. It's just she can't because she's working. And we photo booth at that event. She will, without a doubt, be like, haha, we can't believe you guys did this.
Damn.
And it's kind of
Unfortunately, I would dig in on that. I would be taking a bunch because I'd be like, you have to exposure
it's-
therapy, get over
Yeah.
it's kind of a funny
I would start
bit.
mailing her.
Yeah.
this. Snowman, you know what you did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, KP, we have a
Yes.
section of the show where we
Okay.
get listener mail.
Oh, incredible.
Mary, would you like to read it?
Yes, I'll read
Okay.
it.
I read the last one.
Okay. So I had a date with a guy and we've been talking consistently for weeks now.
Mhm.
We were planning to meet at a taco place. Literally 10 minutes before the date, he cancels.
Oh.
And you guys can imagine how angry I was.
Uh-huh.
Literally an hour ago, he had texted me and said, I can't wait to see you there and I hope we have parking. That's hilarious.
Romance is in the air. I hear
I hope I
wedding
get
bells.
parking. And then he goes, sorry, something came up. I'm
What?
literally halfway to the restaurant. Hair done, makeup done. And then I leave him on red. He blocks me.
Hello?
I'm furious.
Okay, it sounds like it was a parking issue. He came in going, I hope we have parking.
He's obsessed with parking.
Actually-
He's obsessed with parking.
That's so true. It's a parking issue.
10 minutes before the
hope we can
date.
find parking.
Okay, that's insane. That would be a turn off for me. I'd be like, okay, and we will. Sorry.
I hope we can find parking.
Or what? Or what? We just won't go? We're gonna find parking. Yeah, odd. Wow, 10 minutes. I mean, dodged a bullet. He sounds, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I would be annoyed. But I would be like, you saved me from hanging out with you. You sound annoying.
Yeah.
To block, I'm also like, the block is insane.
I can never understand unless someone has really like done something super
Yeah.
fucked up to you. I can never understand having the energy to be like blocked.
No.
It's just child. It's like, save me from myself.
but I almost
Or else I'll text you. I have to be blocked. I don't know. It just feels weird.
I can't help myself with you.
God, you temptress. I'm like, what? Anyway, I don't get that.
But I also, so many of my female friends have had this experience where they're like, I end things with a guy like kind of early on in it, and then they act like an insane person once I end
absolutely.
it. Like I've ended things with a guy once, and he goes, "I just wanted to be friends, just
Oh my
like
God. All right.
I wasn't in love with you." And you're like, "You
That's
were,
something
though."
that somebody was in love with me would say. You weren't in love with me.
And it shows their true colors, and you go,
Yeah.
"Wow, dodged a bullet."
Totally.
If you're gonna react this way to this minor thing, how are you gonna react to bigger
What are you
things?
gonna do when I'm in the hospital?
Yeah.
Truly, that's like
Yeah.
with the little. If someone freaks out, over I'm like, oh, this is thank
Totally.
you, thank you.
Thank
oh my
you
god,
for showing
Weirdo.
me your true colors right off the bat.
yeah.
That, and not to sound like everything's bizarre and I go to cheating in the first zone here, because I don't, but I am like, something came up all of a sudden and I don't want your number on my phone anymore. Feels to me like,
Whoa.
what, did somebody grab your phone? I don't know.
I did not think of that. I love
Maybe
that.
I'm too like, I just think it's weird. I'm just like, it was all fine an hour before, and then what happened in the last hour? Did somebody grab your phone? Are you not supposed to be
No,
dating?
I think you're making a
Right?
brilliant point.
I just
Yeah.
think like otherwise it's just bizarre. The block is weird. 10 minutes before is weird. And not even a like, I mean, give the courtesy of a genre of bail. Give the courtesy of a medical issue came up. Just give me one right before a family issue, a medical, a whatever issue, a work issue. Give me a something
Give me-
to grab onto.
I love the genre.
Give me a genre of bail.
I love a family emergency.
Family emergencies easy.
Mhm.
My best friend does give too many details, and I'm like, there's gonna be karmic retribution. She's pulling ovarian cysts too much. I'm like, you're gonna get one. You're gonna get one. Don't karmically do
She's
it.
never had one?
I think she had one, and she was like, and that gives me the right to say it's coming back whenever I
Honestly,
want.
I mean, good
I don't
for
know.
her.
I do that with dead grandparents because I'm like, well, they're all dead. Like, what am I gonna do? Accidentally
Another one's
curse another
gonna go?
grandparent? They're all dead.
Yeah.
Gonna be
I get
karmic.
spooked by karmic stuff too. Like I usually try to say honestly, like, hey, I didn't give myself enough time to do like whatever. But
Yeah.
I get scared to be like, it's a work emergency because I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna have
Have
a work emergency.
Mm-hmm. I think when it's
Yeah.
a specific, well, she keeps pulling ovarian
Ovarian
cysts, and I'm like,
cysts.
careful. You're gonna get, they're not fun. From
I
what
have
you
a friend
had.
who actually like has them burst a lot, and now I'm thinking that she's lying.
You
to
can
me.
use it. And when you use that,
So fun being a
nobody's
woman.
gonna be like, just prove it. Like,
Sorry.
that's
Show me
like
the receipts.
get me in there.
Show me the ovaries.
Yeah, that one's like also I like doing at work sometimes when I need to call when I would have a corporate job. When you do like one step towards TMI, they don't say anything. When you do
So true.
one step towards like
I have period.
it's happening in my uterus, and they're like, sounds good, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, let me know if you need anything. Just give them
sounds
like any little TMI, and then that'll be good.
Such a good plan.
But this guy didn't give a single thing.
Not even assist.
The plan didn't sound that good.
Not even an ovarian cyst.
Tacos, what was it? Tacos
Yeah,
with no parking?
For tacos, I hope there's parking. What taco place are you going to?
find parking.
I hope we find parking.
Yeah.
Eh.
I don't want to say that romantically, but I'm going to start saying this to my friends. Hey, can't wait to see you tonight. I hope you find parking.
Manifesting parking. Manifesting a parking spot for us. Yeah. Well, he should have Metro Micro'd.
Shoulda.
You don't have to worry about anything with
We
that.
should be sponsored by Metro Micro.
Oh my god. Yeah, city sponsored. Yeah. If we could
Let's
just get
take more of
LA
the government's money.
Yeah, we need some of that thick transportation budget.
Okay, now our last thing is we
Okay.
play this super fun game
Okay.
called Bail or Nail.
Okay.
Group workout classes.
Nail.
New Year's Eve parties.
Nail.
Brunch.
Bail.
Coachella.
Bail.
An open mic.
Nail.
Oh,
I
whoa.
have to be going to them. I'm a frequent hater of open mics as like spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
But in New York, again, it's like I need stage time. I need people to know that I'm here. I need to.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta go.
It's also different
for
there
you.
though because
It's
it's like
very
you can
different there.
hit so many.
You
of
can
them.
hit a lot, and
Yeah.
people are going. Like they're
and they
full.
want to laugh.
People are going and they're laughing easy.
true.
Yeah.
I like think it's like it's hard to get a full bomb
Mhm.
over there.
Yeah.
So nail on open mics. You can go and you can have a good time, and there's like there's nice people. Like
Yeah.
I haven't met one, or maybe I'm just like hearing about the good ones. I'm sure there's so many that are like that's the worst place to be.
Yeah.
But I'm like I'm going to like the queer
good.
women ones, and I'm like that's good.
I
yeah.
think
a good time.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Okay. Double date.
You know, nail. I've never done it. It could be fun. Have you done one?
Yeah.
I've
It
never
could
done
be
it, but I
fun.
really want to do it.
I vet them a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
Yeah.
we can't. I'm not just like, oh, let's go on a double date and see if we want to have like
Some
if
people
if
do
something
blind
works.
doubles.
Not for me. It's like
I want to do a blind double.
I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done like, my boyfriend of 1 year with our other couple friend, but that's not a double
different.
date. That's like established couple date.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like that counts.
Really?
That's,
Oh, okay, I've
That's
done
kind of
that
what I
then.
go for. Where I'm like, oh, we should ask. Like, we'll spend time with a couple enough times, like in a group setting. Where
No,
like,
you're right.
We should ask them. To
Yeah.
get dinner as
You're
like a
right. You're
double
right.
date.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think a blind double could be really funny
A blind
It could be
double.
really
because
great.
then it's like it's drama
Blind double
after.
sounds like a
And then what if you like
poker
the other
thing.
people?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
Yep.
fun.
Okay.
When your friend is experimenting with the slow cooker and they want you to try what they made.
Nail.
I think so
Soft
too.
nail. I support my friend's dreams.
I like
Let
a
me-
big
And a
meat.
slow cooker. I'm
Yeah,
down for.
I like meat. Mhm.
A big meat. If someone's like, hey, I
Yeah.
made a pot roast.
My friend got a smoker, and that was really
Oh.
fun. That's really
Whoa.
fun. Yeah, he's 12 hours brisket. Come over.
12-hour
Damn.
brisket.
I don't have to
be there from
I
the
can't
start.
say no to that.
He doesn't make us stay for the whole
you,
time.
you sit across the table with a fork and knife, like,
Ah, 12
Yeah.
hours.
Mhm.
Okay, a sweet green date.
Nail.
yeah, I like a
Sure.
sweet green.
Yeah, I love sweet green.
In my opinion, the quality has declined swiftly.
And it's expensive for what it is.
Yeah.
It has. Mhm.
Yeah. And this last one, pumpkin patches.
Nail. I have a good time there.
Well, you're from
Yeah.
Connecticut. You can't say no to that.
I
I
love
like that.
pumpkin
And apple picking in the East Coast was such a cute thing.
Such fall is amazing.
Fall's
where we're
so
from.
cute. I like a little pumpkin patch. There was one we went to that had a this was like last year or 2 years ago. I went with my boyfriend at the time, and it had a little like homemade scary maze, haunted house maze.
Like actually scary or silly scary?
It was probably truly the size of this room. And I like horror movies. I don't like
being scared.
in person
Mhm.
Me either.
fears. And it was clearly for 5-year-olds, and I'm screeching. I'm screeching.
So it's a small maze.
Oh no! Yeah.
And they have like what, like
There's like
three?
gym mats. Like remember in gym where it would
Yeah.
be like, okay, we'll make a
Yes.
maze out of gym mats. It was truly
Who
that.
was popping out?
Yeah, like how many
clowns?
teenagers in Halloween masks were like, ooh.
Yeah, like
Oh,
7 of them, and like with no effort because they're getting paid $1 in
Like,
a pumpkin
ew.
every day.
$1 in a
And they're like,
pumpkin.
whoa. And I
They
was like,
put the dollar-
stop, don't, stop.
Wow, it's been incredible to have you on the pod.
Oh my
Thank you so much
God.
for
Thank
coming.
you.
Yes.
This is good.
And thank you for canceling your plan to go out and dance so you could be fresh today.
I was really fresh.
That
And
means
you
a
really
lot.
nailed it.
Imagine if I had been
Dancing.
kind of sweating out vodka right now. It just wouldn't have been the same.
We would have accepted
It just
you.
wouldn't have been the same. Yeah,
We
Kim
would have
Jenner.
accepted you where
Yeah.
you are. We would've-
holding a pair of heels,
I'm
hair a
truly-
mess.
I'm like, being like struggling through it, white knuckle gripping. No, I think I made the right choice.
Yeah.
I had to be fresh here, and I was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You were
Okay,
spectacular.
where can we find you?
Okay, I have a podcast called Town Gossip. You can find it at Town Gossip Podcast. We talk
Great.
about listener hometown drama, comedians hometown drama. It's very fun. Then you can find me on socials, KP Parker Things. That's on TikTok and Instagram. And then my group that I talked about is Best Actress at Best Actress LA.
Yay!
Yeah,
Well,
that's me.
exciting.
Thank you
We're
guys so much.
So lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Bye.